I'm gonna get us live on YouTube and then Instagram. And we are live. Welcome to Counterculture Sports. I'm your host K9 with my co-host Sipo.
We here?
Let's get it. We're already catching hate from the comments. Y'all need a new intro song. Man, there ain't nothing wrong with that song. That thing a banger.
We need some DMX.
I know, but then we'll get booted for copywriting and stealing songs. We would have to pay his family.
Damn, we can't have that happening.
And a new logo with Sipo's name on it. I agree. Make us one, Alan.
Ooh.
Help us out. Sipo, what's going on, bro?
Shit. You see the fight?
Well, first, I just want to say today's a special episode. You know, a lot has happened in the past week. And as of now, we have former Texas Rangers pitcher Danny Hoban stopping around 7:30, 7:40 to break down the World Series for us. You know, we got a former pro pitcher that I'm friends with. I interviewed him on the kennel. So he's really good. He's really good on the mic. So we're going to try to get him involved more with the podcast. But hopefully he doesn't disappoint us like UFC 321, what you brought up.
Damn. It was a big disappointment. Yeah.
Huge disappointment. Listen, Tom Aspinall, it seems like it's been waiting years to get a fight. We've all been wanting to see him fight. And he was supposed to fight John Bones Jones. We were all hype about that. We talked about that forever. It never happened. Bones Jones retired. Everyone said he was scared of Tommy. And now he finally gets his fight at UFC 321, which was during the day because it was in Abu Dhabi, which was cool. So the pay-per-view started at 2. So it was more for me and the old men, you know, that watch, that can't make it and stay up till 1 a.m. So I was excited. Main event starts. He's fighting Cyril Gane, a huge guy. Cyril Gane. He's from France. However you want to say it, France. And, dude, it was a great fight. The first round was amazing.
A great fight.
Gane was keeping his distance. They were exchanging. Usually when people fight Tom Aspinall, they're standing right in front of him, don't have much movement, and they get knocked out in the first minute. So seeing somebody make it past a minute with him was actually just cool in general. Yeah. Obviously, we all know what happened. The EyePoke happened. Two fingers to the eye. We got a comment on YouTube. EyePoke is a serious injury. It is. And the crowd,
man, come on now. Everybody.
The crowd was booing Tom Aspinall. He had some choice words to say, like, why the F are you booing me? This guy was knuckle deep in my eyeballs, and I don't blame him, dude. The guy was knuckle deep in his eyes, bro. What do you want him to do? He couldn't see out of his eye. They had to stop the fight. Now, I know this is the second time in UFC history. So all of UFC history, this is only the second time that a championship fight has ended in a no contest. The first one, the fight didn't get stopped. It was John Bones Jones versus Cormier, and Bones Jones got busted for the drug test after. So they called it a no contest. But this was like the first fight, championship fight during the fight where they stopped it, end of the first round. I don't blame them. If he couldn't see, they had to stop the fight.
Yeah, right, man. It was just one eye.
So you
You know how
think he
many
should have
people?
kept
You know how many
fighting?
people? Yeah, you know how many people win with one eye?
You know, after the fight, Chael Sonnen was, you know, he runs his mouth about everything. He's just a clout demon. He was running his mouth saying that Tom Aspinall is the heavyweight champ of the world. He should have kept fighting. I mean, that might have been the worst eye poke I've ever seen in my life, though. I mean, that guy had both of his. It looked like some kung fu Jackie Chan Rush Hour type shit to me. Alan says Blaze. I would love to see hear Blaze's opinion on this. Blaze is probably the biggest UFC fan I know. Shout out Blaze. Hopefully he listens to the podcast so he gets a deserved shout out.
I think his plan wasn't going as he thought it was, and Cyril Gahn was tough.
So you think he was a little scared?
I think he got a little scared. The fight went on a little longer than he thought.
I don't think that was the case, though. I think Tom Aspinall was actually enjoying it. He was actually enjoying being able to get some exchanges and someone actually fighting back to him because it's been so long since the guy's had any like interaction in a fight. He just knocks people the hell out.
That's what it is. It's been so long, you know.
How dare you? How dare you try the UFC heavyweight champion of the world? I mean, if the guy could fight, you don't think he would? He's the toughest man on the planet right now.
I would love to see John Jones come back and whip his ass.
Show some respect. This guy's a heavyweight champion in the UFC, and you think he should just fight with one eye? That ain't right.
One eye, man. You know how many people get busted up in one eye and they continue fighting?
We got a comment on YouTube, bro. He was getting his ass beaten, took the cop out. I'm not going to lie. Listen, I'm standing up for Tom Aspinall right now. I think he would have ended up winning the fight, but I will be honest. I think he lost that first round. I mean, he was getting tagged with that jab.
He did.
But that eye poke was just unreal.
Don was standing his ground now. Come on.
How could that be an accidental eye poke? I mean, I wish I could show the video on here, but anybody that hasn't seen it, go watch it. I mean, I'm talking double finger, double eyeball, about here deep. And he like
you're over exaggerating a little bit.
No,
you're over exaggerating.
I don't over exaggerate anything. I'm not dramatic at all. I don't know what you're talking about.
He said a knuckle deep in the damn eye.
We got a comment on YouTube. Wearing that Jesus hat and lying is crazy work.
Damn.
Oh gosh.
I'll get in you, boy.
That's messed up. That's messed up.
Anybody took the cop out, Alan.
Anybody that's tuned in, we appreciate it. We're trying to get everybody to work their way over to YouTube. That's where we get our recognition for you tuning in to the podcast. If you are on Instagram, we appreciate that as well. But we want you to work your way over to YouTube. If you missed the live, you can go back and watch it in the live section of the Counterculture YouTube page. Or if you don't want to look at our ugly faces, you could go to Spotify and listen to just the audio version of the podcast. A couple days ago, I appeared on the Counterculture Night Shift podcast. It's a new podcast by Counterculture Inc. Sipo and I are actually going to be making a live appearance on the show November 6th as of now. God willing. Sipo, you look questionable about it, so it's probably just going to be me. Hopefully Sipo comes. And I appeared on the show, and they wanted me on the show. I was on there for like 5-10 minutes, but they wanted me on the show to talk about what's been going on with the NBA gambling dilemma. And hold on, let me read this comment first from Alan. John Jones would beat the dog shit out of Tom Aspinall. I wouldn't even watch it. I don't know about that. I probably would pick John Jones to win that fight. I think I've said that in the past. But I think it would be a really good fight. I don't think it would be that bad. But they had me on the Night Shift show to talk about what's going on with the gambling scandal. And I mean, honestly, that's been the biggest news, I think, in sports in the past week. So anybody that watches that Night Shift show, they already know what I've said and pretty much my take on it. But I can give it again. But Sipo, what are your thoughts on everything? Just from what you've
I
heard in
think
the
it's
past week?
goddamn. I think that shit's crazy, man. To have Chauncey Billups, the coach, involved in that, bro, that just shows you, man, that gambling has fucked up everything in basketball.
You know, it sucks too because
Everybody's gambling.
Yeah, I mean, sports gambling has become such a normal thing now in the past couple years. Now that almost every state has legalized it, it's on every commercial that you see on TV. In between every
Mob
game, every
ties.
timeout, it's all you see. And
It's all entertainment, Alan.
here's a problem.
Keyword
Though.
entertainment.
Here's the problem. I don't think the sport is rigged, but I do think that there are select individuals who get in bad situations, who come from maybe even bad backgrounds, and not even necessarily bad backgrounds, but get involved with the wrong people. They get greedy. Money changes people. Now, Sipo and I probably can't speak on that because neither one of us have much of it. I don't think you do, and I don't think I do. I mean, it is what it is, but we're not millionaires here. And from what I've heard from people, that when they become millionaires, they change. You know what I'm saying? They turn their back on a lot of people that were there for them from the beginning. They get a lot
Right.
greedier. You're used to living a more luxurious lifestyle, and the people spend money fast. So you look at someone like Terry Rozier, who we're going to talk about. This guy was set to make $24.12 million this year. So you're sitting there saying, this guy's making $24 million this year. Why in the hell would he be gambling, telling his friends about bet the under on my props? Here's one thing, and my cousin brought this up. My dad's friends with Riddick Bowe.
Right.
And Riddick Bowe told us, he's friends with the family. At one time, he was paying about 100 different people's phone bills at one time. 100. Okay? These people are taking out credit cards in his name. He's getting hundreds of phone calls every day. Hey, remember me? Hey, remember me? Hey, I'm your cousin. Hey, I'm your brother. Can you throw me some money? $24 million can go fast for some of these guys,
right.
depending on how they're spending it, which house they live in, their bills. I mean, if you're making $24 million and your bills are $23 million, that leaves you with $1 million, and you got 100 people asking you for money. So what do? Instead of giving them money, you go, hey, bet money on the under. My point prop tonight is 15.5 points. Bet the under. I'm going to take myself out of the game. Now, they probably think they're not going to get caught, but these sports websites are really cracking down on it. So,
bro.
Oh my gosh.
They got the FBI involved.
Hold on a second. Before we get more into this, my night was just made. Nicole is back, baby. Sneaking in late. Oh, are we talking about the NBA scandal? I'm a Colorado girl. I'm super disappointed with Chauncey Billups. Oh my gosh, Nicole is back. Nicole, we've been talking about you for weeks. I'm glad you're okay.
I would have never even thought Chauncey Billups had the mob ties.
Okay, so here's the situation here, guys. Now, all this is alleged, however you want to pronounce it. And look at Sipo. Hi, guys. Glad to be here. Nicole, we are so happy you are back. You have no idea. Let's remember, this is all alleged, however you want to say it. So there's two separate stories here. We talked about Terry Rozier. He is being alleged that
I'm happy as hell Terry Rozier got off.
He's being accused of telling his friends and going under in his betting props, taking himself out of games, telling his acquaintances to bet the under, stuff like that. Now, Chauncey Billups. Now, people that don't really know the story about all this, they automatically hear Chauncey Billups. They think, oh, okay, he's an NBA coach. He was betting against his team. Not the case at all, okay? Chauncey Billups was involved in a celebrity poker scheme with the Gambino crime family, which is an Italian mafia crime family. So what they were doing was they were setting up celebrity poker games. And I guess you could call it celebrity poker game. Chauncey Billups was a celebrity at this game. So they would go to these people. Yeah,
He
so
was
they were
born
like,
in.
"Hey, do you want to have a poker game with, NBA legend Chauncey Billups?" So there'd be 10 people at this poker game, okay?
He was pretty much
9
recruiting them for
Yes,
the
he was
for the
recruiting
game.
them, and 9 out of the 10 people that were in this poker game knew everything about the scheme that was going on. What they were doing was scamming one person at the game. So if there was 10
Yeah.
people in the game,
Oh
9 of
yeah.
them were in on it and one of them wasn't. So the one that wasn't in on it obviously was
He
getting
got his
scammed.
money took.
He got his money took. So obviously Chauncey Billups had to go to court. He got arrested. Same thing with Terry Rozier. There's going to be a lot more that comes out from this. Chauncey's going to start ratting. Terry's going to start ratting. I think all these guys are going to start
Damn.
ratting, and a lot more information is going to start coming out. I've been seeing that more information has started coming out. Apparently, Kevin Garnett is now involved in this, allegedly. So, you think Chauncey Billups is just going to go down and take it? I mean, this dude could be facing prison time. You don't think he's going to rat out everybody?
Yeah,
I
they even
mean,
said Maverick Carter's.
Damon Jones. I mean, all these guys. You don't think
Bro, there's a lot of people involved in it.
there's been a lot of comments. We come for K9, Vinny. I'm starting to like Sipo more.
How you like them Knicks losing to that Heat last night, Vinny?
Ooh.
Yeah, buddy.
Let Sipo talk more. K9 talks too much. They're gonna get whacked if they rat. I don't know. They got enough money
Chauncey
to be in.
would. Nah, bro. Chauncey's shit. He's in with the mafia, man.
Oh, yeah, yeah, you want me to talk again, Vinny?
Brunson did good last night. I'll give Brunson his props.
It sucks how this news came out right after NBA. I mean, we were only like 2 days into the NBA year. And dude, we've had phenomenal games. I mean, this might be the greatest start to the NBA season ever.
I was expecting the Trailblazers to look good this year with
having this whole thing tied to Sicilian Mafia is crazy to me, though. Yeah, I mean, I think the Italian Mafia has been tied to sports gambling ever since forever. I don't think they're ever going to be out of it.
Yeah, bro. They're just more quieter and smarter nowadays.
We don't know.
Still around.
Yeah, no, for sure. We don't know what was going on. We don't know if Chauncey Billups owed them money because a lot of these guys are big gamblers. Look at Michael Jordan. The guy is the most famous basketball player of all time. He had a huge gambling problem. Now, from what we know, it's never resulted in anything like this, but Chauncey Billups could have been in debt. And you know them mob families, they could go, hey, you work for us, we clear your debt. And we have this whole scheme made out, and you work for us. Maybe the same thing with Terry Rozier. We don't know. But the information is going to come out. These guys are going to rat. They're not going to take the fall for this and do life in federal prison.
I think there's a few more bigger stars that's getting ready to get busted up with that.
The NBA has been great so far this year, and it's just disappointing that this is what everybody's talking about. So I personally made a list of the top 5 NBA performances so far, which it's only been 1 week so far in the NBA season. But I have currently made a list of the top 5 players and the top 5 performances that I've noticed and that I think are the best so far to get our minds off all this gambling, mafia crap. Yeah. Sipo, are you interested?
Give it to me. Who's your top 5?
Alan saying K9 can't keep up the chat. It's overwhelming him. Dude, there's so many comments coming in right now. Nicole says, true. I think I'm surprised we're able to make it to the mafia. Usually the feds can't get that close. Nicole, people were ratting. What happened to Jonte Porter? All of a sudden, this dude was out of the NBA. Now nobody's talking about him. Everybody's talking about he had to be the first rat. Then it went to Rozier. Then it went to Chauncey. Now Chauncey's ratting on KG, Dante Jones. I mean, come on. It's gonna a lot more is gonna come out from this. I think we all know that. It's not gonna end there.
What happened to Malik Beasley?
I know. They dropped his skin. That's great. Exactly,
You know what I
Sipo.
mean?
I forgot about that. What happened to him? It could have all started with him. That's what happens when OGs start getting busted and mob
And
families start getting
the
busted.
NBA is all a family, so
How do you think all this happens? If whoever originally gets in trouble, if they just took the fall, not all of this would have happened, and they took all the blame. This is what happens with everything, and law enforcement and crimes and everything. You ever watch the first 48? That's all you got to watch. Watch one episode of that. One dude rats, the next dude rats, the next dude rats. You got 4 dudes serving life. When in the first one, if he would have took the rat, none of them would have got life. Maybe not even any of them, because they just start ratting. They don't even lawyer up or nothing. They just start snitching on everybody.
Shit, they don't even got to do their job. Shit.
No, they don't.
People go to talking for them.
All right. We're 20 minutes in. All right, let me give my top 5 NBA performances, and it pretty much is tied in with my top 5 players. It's only been 1 week. My fantasy basketball team is doing great. I'm sure everybody wants to know about that. I'm currently 2nd out of 12 people, and you're about to hear why. At number 5, I have SGA. Now, I know Sipo is not the biggest fan of SGA, and we got into it last podcast about him. I told him to give him more respect, and he's a former reigning defending champ, MVP. Now, the performance I wanted to highlight was he dropped 55 points, had 8 rebounds, 5 assists versus the Pacers. Now, they went to double overtime. It's a championship rematch. As of right now, he's averaging 40 points a game, and he's leading the Thunder to a 3-0 record. So I feel like he is worthy of it.
You still think he's number 1?
As of right now, I got him at number 5. I mean, he's carrying them. J-Dub's still out. They've had some big wins. The one against Houston was big. KD, your boy, what happened there? What a choke. They should have won that game.
They should have.
They should have. KD did not play well.
Sengun played really well, man.
He did.
I'm telling you, man, the Rockets are going to be serious at the end of the year.
That's the only reason why I'm in 2nd place right now in fantasy basketball is because of Sengun. The guy in 1st place has him. I mean, the guy's been great.
I can't even believe you got him on your team.
Who?
You were talking all that smack about Sengun.
I don't have him.
Oh.
The guy in 1st place does. I'm in 2nd. I don't have him.
Oh, I thought you said the only reason why you were winning.
No. Jacob. We got a comment on YouTube. How many points off fouls? I don't have that stat, unfortunately.
How many free throws a game? What's his free throw attempt look like?
At number 4, I got Victor Wembanyama. Okay. I think we all knew and thought that for the start of this season, this guy was going to be phenomenal. The highlight game that I watched, though, he had 40 points, 15 rebounds, 3 blocks versus the Mavs. Another game I wanted to highlight, though, he had 9 blocks in one game against the Pelicans. I mean, just 9 blocks in one game is unheard of.
That's crazy. I don't even think the best shot blockers were getting 9 a game.
I don't know if I've ever heard of somebody getting 9 blocks in one game. I mean,
Hassan Whiteside got a triple-double with blocks.
Okay.
I do remember that one.
All right, at number 3, you guys are going to love this one I wanted to bring up. At number 3, I wanted to bring up Luka versus the T-Wolves on Saturday night. Brought my account balance back to 0. Dropped 49 points, 11 rebounds, 9 assists. He's averaging 46 points right now. Luka. It's only been 2 games, but he's averaging 46 points, 11.5 rebounds, 8.5 assists. So
he's coming for that MVP trophy this year.
He's trying. He's trying.
He's going to give SGA a run for the money.
We got a comment on YouTube. I got 9 blocks with my career player in 2K26. Yeah, exactly. Video game numbers. All right, at number 2. Now, this one's surprised me a little bit, and maybe not so much me, but I'm sure it's probably surprised everybody else. Steph Curry. Steph Curry, well, the game that I watched, he had 42 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals. For all those people that say you don't play defense, shot 50% from 3. They beat Denver in overtime, 137-131. Steph Curry was averaging 33.5 points, 4 boards, almost 5 assists, and 2 steals. Steph Curry is a big reason why my fantasy team is doing really well. Steph Curry is playing great right now. He's playing right now probably almost better than he's ever played.
Age like fine wine, man.
That's my boy, man. I love Curry. Love him. I took him with my second pick in my fantasy basketball draft. Couldn't believe he was still there. Everybody sleeps on him because he's old.
Yeah, shit. He's a shooter.
I know, but he's doing more than shooting, though. I just gave you the stats, dude. He's playing D, bro. He's getting boards. Bro, Steph Curry averaging almost 5 rebounds a game. That's pretty crazy.
For a point, that's good.
We got a comment on YouTube from Michael. Heather and I think Luka's going to win MVP. We got another comment. K9 hates Luka. I don't hate Luka, man. I got the Luka Jordans over here right now.
It's just a matter of time, man. That guy's freaking... I think they've been robbing him of his MVP.
All right. Now at number 1. Well, actually, before I give number 1, I want to give a quick shout out, though, to honorable mention. Austin Reeves on the Lakers. Dude, he almost had a 50-point triple-double. He had like 51 points in, I think, the first game of the year against the Warriors, bro. Crazy.
Sleeping on him.
Yeah, Austin Reeves dropping 50?
Nuts.
What does Alan say? Got those from Ross. I don't know what he's talking. Oh, my Luka shoes. I didn't get them from Ross. Curry's having an NBA my player career type of season so far. He is. All right, at number 1, I think you guys know who I'm going to have. This was my MVP pick of the year. It's going to sound biased because he's my Greek brother. Giannis. Dude, Giannis has been just unbelievable. I think he's the top scorer in fantasy basketball right now. One game I wanted to bring up, he had 31 points, 20 rebounds, 7 assists. For all those haters out there, Alperen Sengun saying Giannis don't know how to pass the ball. He had 9 assists, bro. Come on. Against the Toronto Raptors, he had 40, 14, and 9 assists against the Cavs. He's averaging 36 points, 16 rebounds, and 7 assists. Unbelievable. How is that guy not MVP worthy? How is he not top 3?
He is in the MVP conversation every year.
All you guys were arguing me, though, saying he's not a top 3 player in the league. 36 points a game, 16 rebounds, 7 assists.
I just got a few players ahead of him.
Alan says can't do that for 82 games plus the playoffs. Yes, he can. Y'all keep doubting my boy Giannis. Yanni. I love you, Yanni. Greek flag from Bubby. We got a comment from the Anti-Hero podcast. I can see Mike uploaded the thumbnail. Thank you, Mike, for doing that.
Hell yeah.
All right, guys. I teased it earlier. We have a special guest coming on the podcast. He is a former professional baseball player. He was a pitcher for the Texas Rangers. His name is Danny Hoban. I interviewed him on the Kennel, and now he is making his first appearance on Counterculture Sports, our first professional athlete.
Oh, yeah.
And we're gonna talk the World Series. I want to hear what he's got to say. Let me grab my notes. Game 3 is tonight, and yeah, let's get him on the show.
Let's go Dodgers.
See if we can get him on here.
What up?
Yo,
what's going on? He's live.
What's up, man?
So Danny,
long time no talk, bro.
Yes, sir. It's been a while. I reached out to you. I wanted to get you on the pod. I'm glad you accepted the invite. This is my co-host, Sipo.
What's up, bro?
What's up,
nice
brother?
to meet you.
You too, man.
And this is counterculture sports, man. So we're trying to do bigger things here.
I love that, bro. Yeah, glad I could help, man.
So Danny, what's been going on, man? I see you've been interviewing a lot of baseball players and stuff. So kind of just tell us a little bit what you got going on. Plug us in.
Yeah, so when we last talked, I was living in Texas, and I now live in Arizona. We spent about 13 years in Texas and moved to Arizona. And yeah, it's been going good. I'm a big Arizona Diamondbacks fan, and with my ties still with Fox Sports and stuff, it allowed me to go up and cover a couple of the Diamondbacks games and be able to interview their players and chat with their guys, and that was a cool experience. And that's a cool thing for me too, because I get to interview these guys like as like an ex-player. And I know if you've ever been in one of those interview locker rooms, no offense to any reporter or anything, but some of their questions are tough. Some of them are basic questions. They're kind of, I'm not trying to be rude or whatever, okay, but like they're a little bit nerdy. They're a little bit like, not like athletes, and sometimes that can be tough. So I've always tried to bridge that gap of, hey, let's just shoot the shit for a little bit. Let's just talk baseball. Let's talk personal life. Let's talk whatever, just to kind of give them a different perspective. So when we all walk in, because that's what happens, like 3-4 hours before the game, you get 1 hour of media time in the clubhouse with the guys, and you can just you can feel the air being drained out of that place the minute we all walk in there. They're just like, fuck, bro, like we don't want to do this, but we have to, so like let's just get it over with. And so I try to be cool, I try to be friendly, I try to be, I don't bother guys if they don't want to interview, no problem, but everyone's been super cool. All the shout out to all the Diamondbacks guys, especially people like Kevin Ginkel, Blaze Alexander, Zach Gallen, Merrill Kelly. All those guys have always been super cool to me. There's only one guy that's been kind of like, nah, bro, I don't do interviews. And he's an ex-Dodgers. Whoever said freaking, let's go Dodgers. But it's Jock Peterson, man. He's the only one that was just like, nah, bro, I'm good.
I
And I
love
was
Jock.
like, yeah.
Damn, your boy Jock.
I love Jock, man.
Hey, man.
He
But
did
I
good
get
for
it,
us.
he did great for you guys.
Yeah.
And
I ain't gonna be lying. I was
so
pissed off we got rid of him.
yeah, I know it's weird seeing him play in any other uniform, to be honest with you. It
Yeah.
just doesn't make sense. But
He had a
But he's a
terrible year
stud.
this year, though. Terrible
yeah,
year.
he's
What
really
the hell
bad.
happened to him?
It was almost historic bad start, like April. Like I think he was like 1 for like 38 to begin the year, and I was
Yeah.
like, geez,
He looked like he put on a lot of weight too.
yeah,
To me
Yeah,
this
but-
year.
yeah. I don't know. He's, in baseball, you don't really, it's funny because in basketball, you show up overweight, like you're in trouble.
Oh,
In football, you're in trouble. But in baseball, they're like, you're still going to drop 40 this year, right? Like, whatever, bro. Like, I mean, there were stories of the Boston Red Sox when they won it back in 2004 that they would go down in the clubhouse and be shotgunning beers in between innings and stuff. Like, it's wild, bro. Baseball's just different, but so whatever. But yeah, but that's pretty much it, man. We've just been out here getting used to Arizona, trying to figure everything out. We've been out here for about a year now, and still got the podcast going. And we did some cool stuff with the World Baseball Classic last year. It was wild. It was like the day before the semifinals, and a buddy from work was like, "Hey, World Baseball Classic's in Tucson." And I said, "No, it's not, dude. Tucson, Arizona. Like nobody goes to Tucson." And he's like, "No, for real, dude." He's like, "The semifinals, like Brazil versus Germany, and then you've got Chinese Taipei and one other team that was there. I think it was the Netherlands." And I was like, oh, shoot. So I reached out to Mike from Fox and I said, hey, can you get me credentials for the World Baseball Classic? It's in freaking Tucson. So I got to go out there and interview a bunch of the German guys, which was wild, and a bunch of dudes from Brazil. One of them being Bo Bichette's brother, Dante Bichette Jr., first-round draft pick by the Yankees, which may be more to come on that later, you know what I'm saying? But
Oh, okay.
but
Snippet, sneak.
yeah, just
Preview.
a little leak there. But yeah, so that was a cool experience. So I'm just trying to, it's funny. A lot of people try to do this to like make money, and I'm like, bro, if we make money, that's the bonus. I do this because it's fun. It's cool to be a part of the game. It's cool to see the inside and outside of the game. So I just do it just for the fun of it, to be honest with you. So
Okay. Well, good. It sounds like everything's going good. You're in a good spot now. You're interviewing cool players and stuff. That's something me and Sipo wish we could do. So we're a
I
little
wish I
jealous
could do
over here,
that.
man. Yeah, you're over here making us jealous. making us look
Bro,
bad.
you guys are right there in Florida, bro. Like you guys have every spring training opportunity.
That's where I'm going.
You got to be kind of annoying, dude. You got to go up there, dude. The way, if you don't know who Kevin Ginkel is, he's the setup man for the Arizona Diamondbacks. I literally just blew him up in his DMs on Instagram until he finally fucking answered me, and then he did, and I said, "Yo, you're the GOAT, man. Appreciate it." And I told him this was in 2023. I told him, "Hey, this was in August of 2023." Now, keep in mind, we were 2-8 in our last 10 games. The Diamondbacks were. This is when I was still living in Texas, and the fact that he responded to me was shocking. And then I said, "Hey man, like big fan, keep grinding, whatever." And he was like, "Appreciate it." And I could not believe he was writing me back. And then I finally said, "Hey man, if you guys make it to the World Series this year, you got to do a one-on-one interview with me." Now, keep in mind, we're third in the NL West. We're on a 2-8 skid. Like, we're probably not going to the World Series, let alone making the playoffs. Well, we won't go on this historic run and we make it all the way to the World Series against the Rangers. And then we lost. And then afterwards, like me, I gave it a month. I didn't want to like next day be like, "Yo, you promised me." And he's all pissed because they lost. But like a month later, I wrote him and I said, "Hey man, I don't know if you remember, but we made this bet." And he was like, "Dude, I'm so down." And so that was kind of my way in when I went in, when I got credentials from Mike and I moved to Arizona, perfect timing. And I went up to the very first regular season opening day with the Diamondbacks in 2024. And then that was kind of my in, because, you know, when you go in there, there's guys and you don't know any of them. I don't know any of the other reporters. I don't know any of these guys. But I knew Kevin Ginkel just from texting on freaking Instagram. And so I went up to him and I said, "Hey man, I'm from Texas. Remember I sent you this video and this and that?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, the guy from El Paso, right?" And I said, "Yeah." And so that was kind of my like, you know, I guess a break in the ice in the player locker room with these dudes. Because
Right.
it's nerve-wracking. Even though you're an ex-player, it's like,
Oh yeah, it is.
because I'm telling you, man, if someone shoots me down and they're like a dick to me, I might say something back, and then all of a sudden I'm gonna get booted out of the clubhouse because I'm like, and that was my biggest fear, was just getting like rejected by somebody, because I know what it's like to be a player, and I always made time for media because I know those guys know they're annoying and they don't want to annoy us, and so I was always cool. I always signed autographs and stuff because, you know, I knew that it was important to no matter how, and it does get annoying. Like for those people that are like, "Man, if I was a pro athlete, I'd sign autograph for freaking 3 hours for my 15-year career." You say that, and I used to always say that too, but then it just gets tiring. And then you find out that there's people that are just trying to get you to sign your card just so they can later on sell it. And they're not even fans. They're just in it for the money. And it's like, and you see it in these Diamondbacks games when I go and cover them. We go on the field and in the dugout and stuff, and there's all these like 60-year-old men with like a bunch of cards and like, "Hey man, can you sign this? Like, what's your name?" "Oh yeah, that's you. Can you please sign?" "I'm a big fan." And I'm like, "Bro, you're not a big fan. You don't even know his name." They're just trying to make money off it. So when it comes to stuff like that, I get why some of these players aren't signing autographs and stuff, but I always tried to make time for that. And but me going into their locker room and stuff, I always try to be respectful, and try
Yeah.
to not be annoying and stuff. But so that was cool.
All right. Well, cool. So we brought you on not only to have you on the podcast, but we want to get your thoughts and opinions on the World Series. We have Game 3 tonight, actually, right when we're done with the podcast. The series is tied 1-1. First game was a
Great
blowout.
series going on.
Toronto blew them out the first game. The second game, you could call it a blowout, I guess. Dodgers took over in Game 2. I don't know, but
Yamamoto took over.
Yamamoto did take over.
Nasty.
Yeah.
Toronto couldn't get much going offensively in Game 2 like they did in Game 1, obviously. Tonight we got Scherzer versus Glasnow. Our boy Scherzer, the 41-year-old man, myth, legend, pushing it to the limit. So, Danny, you go first. Game predictions. What do you think is going to happen tonight?
Well, when the series started, somebody else asked me this, like, "What do you think? You think Dodgers in 4?" And I said, "I bet Dodgers in 5." They're just so good. They're so good. But every super team, every Superman has a kryptonite, and the Dodgers' kryptonite is the bullpen. And their bullpen ranked number 21 in Major League Baseball in WHIP and ERA in regular season, and they're ranked last in ERA and WHIP in the postseason. So if you can somehow figure out a way to draw some walks, figure out a way to get that pitch count up for that starter, and get into that bullpen, this is when the Blue Jays would have a shot. And you saw that in Game 1.
I was worried about that. Yep. With
you saw that
Yamamoto with 23 in the first inning.
Yep. And then of course Those Japanese dudes, though, they're built different. I remember Daisuke Matsuzaka for the Red Sox. He could throw in his Japan professional games, he would throw like 180, 190 pitches, which is unheard of. Like here in the States, we're like, oh, we're going to hurt our arm like doing that. And those dudes just huck it over there. So, but in game one with Blake Snell, I think he threw 29 pitches in the first inning and then ended up leaving the bases loaded going into he went into the sixth or the seventh, left the bases loaded, nobody out. And I thought, this is when they go off. And sure enough, they did. I can't comprehend it. Like the Dodgers spent money on their bullpen. It's not like they were just like, whatever, we're so good everywhere else. Who cares about the bullpen? They spent money. Blake Treinen, have always said, is one of the nastiest pitchers in baseball. He's struggled this year. I mean, anybody that can throw 98, 99 mile per hour sinkers that look like lefty sliders, the fact that he's struggling is a mystery. But that's going to be the real key to this game is if the Blue Jays get an opportunity to get into that bullpen, it's anybody's game. But Tyler Glasnow going for the Dodgers. I pulled some stats for him. So far in the postseason this year, 3 games, a .68 ERA, 13 innings pitched, 18 Ks, 1.13 WHIP. Now his career in the postseason, he's got a 4.5 ERA. He has struggled a 1.41 WHIP, which is high, very high. But keep in mind when he started in his career, he was with Tampa Bay, and this is when he was younger. Back when they were really good was 2018, 2019, 2020. He's 5-6 years older now and has had a great, season. He's done great. And when Tyler Glasnow is healthy, he is nasty. He's top 5 nastiest pitcher in baseball. He's just hurt a lot. But if he has a good start tonight, I think that's all that will seal it for the Dodgers. Now here's Scherzer. Now, and I put here in my notes, I'll read it, quote, if there was anyone I would go into the Lions den, it's Max Scherzer if I wanted anybody on my team. That dude has a football mentality that he goes in there. He's a dog. I don't know if you remember last game that he started and his coach tried to take him out. And he was just like, get your ass back in the dugout. Like, I'm not coming out of this game. I'm like, and I literally tweeted, I was like, only Max Scherzer can talk to his coach that way. Like, no freaking way can anybody talk to anybody like that. His career numbers in the postseason, 31 games, so a lot more experience, 8-8 record, 3.75 ERA, and a 1.16 WHIP. The only thing with him now that he's older, his regular season numbers are tough. So don't look if you don't want to, but his ERA for the regular season is a 5.19. So that's tough. But again, it's kind of like Kike Hernandez for the Dodgers. It's like, who cares what they do regular season? They always produce in the postseason. They always produce in those big games.
That's
so Max Scherzer. I love Kike, bro. He's a freaking man.
Boy.
Most games played by a Dodger now.
Yeah, dude. He's got like an 850 OPS in the postseason. And regular season, he's hitting like 190. But like when it comes to big games, that dude's
Mr. October right there. Kike.
Exactly. Now, last thing with the regular season stats. So Blue Jays offense ranked number 1 in average, team average, in the regular season and the postseason. On-base percentage, number 1, regular and post. OPS, number 3, number 1 in the postseason OPS, and number 4 in runs scored in regular season, number 1 in postseason. Now, here's the deal with the Dodgers pitching. Starter ERA regular season, 2.49, number 1 in Major League Baseball, 1.40, number 1 in the postseason. Starter WHIP, 1.02 regular season, 0.78 postseason. And a funny stat that I saw is starters allowed only 12 hits all year in postseason so far. 12 hits in the postseason is and you're in the World Series is unbelievably low.
That's ridiculous.
Now, bullpen, 4.27 ERA, number 21 in regular season, number 21 in WHIP, and over 5 ERA in postseason, 1.66 WHIP in the postseason for the Dodgers in their bullpen. That's the worst in Major League Baseball.
I know.
So again, like we said at the beginning, if they can figure out a way to get through Glasnow, it has been known to walk some guys. So if you got guys that can work the count, which the Blue Jays finishing number 1 in on-base percentage, a 333 clip, by the way, means they walk a lot, they hit a lot. So if they can work the count versus Glasnow, but everybody in the world knows that's what they're going to do. Glasnow knows that. He's going to be pumping strikes. The Blue Jays know that. I know game 1, the Dodgers, I think, this was game 4 or 5 when the Blue Jays faced. Who did they face in the last series? Who did the Blue Jays play?
They played
Mariners.
Seattle. Yeah.
Mariners. So game one against the Mariners, they came out hot. They came out swinging first pitch. They came out trying to get hits right away. And it's like, that's not really their game. Their game is to work the count, get in good hitter counts, 2-1s, 3-1s, and then let loose. When you have Vladdy, Bichette, some of these dudes, like here's their lineup for tonight. So Blue Jays lineup, George Springer, postseason
Ooh.
hero, even though he cheats,
He came off the Astros.
The only guy I hate more than Springer is Correa. That's it. Everybody else.
I was about to say Altuve.
Altuve's number 3. Bregman's number 4. Anybody that's on that Astros team that cheated. Yeah. I hate that. And you know what? The way that the whole league and everybody just dismissed that, like they were like, oh man, what a big deal. And now nobody talks about it. I'm like,
still pisses me off.
It's so annoying when like Altuve's postseason stats come up. They're like, he's one of the best postseason. I'm like, there should be an asterisk there that says, oh, he also cheated for a lot of that. So, but nobody ever talks about that. But they got Springer, Nathan Lukes, who's had a surprising year. Vladdy, who has been, when they signed him to that extension, I thought, I hope this is the right thing. He came out hot right away, right when he got to the major leagues. His dad's obviously a Hall of Famer, but then he went on this cold streak where he was striking out a lot. His average was low, and then they gave him this fat contract, and he's done nothing but produce. Bichette, again, deal with injuries, not good defensively. He started at second base game 1. I don't know if they're going to have him at DH, or I didn't write down their positions, if they're going to DH him or if they're going to have him in the field. Looks like they're going to have him probably in the field. Varsho, ex-Diamondback. And then Kirk. You ever seen how Kirk's built?
Just talking about big guys.
Bro,
that was me like 50 pounds ago.
Yeah. But that dude drops head, bro. He hits bombs. But
game
my
1,
prediction,
he was going off.
Game 1,
he was.
He's an unsung hero, man. He's always been a solid. Anybody that can catch and hit is unheard of. Guys like Will Smith, guys like Kirk, Raleigh for the freaking Mariners. Like, you just don't get guys that can catch and hit anymore, unless you're Pudge Rodriguez back in the day. But so here's my prediction. I have Dodgers winning 3-1. I think Glasnow is going to go probably 7 innings. Where's my freaking prediction? I got Scherzer 6 innings, 10 Ks, 2 runs. I think Ohtani's going to go yard off Scherzer. Scherzer can be guilty of giving up home runs. Even though he's big game max, he has given up some home runs. I think Ohtani gets them tonight, but I do think he goes 6, and I think he Ks a lot of guys. I think that dude's just a dog, and I think he has a big game today. Glasnow 7 innings, 8 Ks, 1 run, but I do think the Dodgers win 3-1 is my final prediction for today, but I guess we'll see what happens.
Sipo.
I got the Dodgers.
I know you're a Dodgers fan, but give us an honest game prediction, not with your heart.
Oh, shit. I got us winning. Gut's telling us we're winning. I say we're going to win 5-1. And I also got Shohei hitting a home run, too.
Yeah.
I think he's going to get one.
One question I have, though, is, and Danny said this before the series started, he said he thought the Dodgers were going to win in 5. Sipo, if I'm correct, I think you said the same thing, that the Dodgers were going to win this in 5. Has your mind changed after seeing that game 1 and seeing how Toronto has played? Has your mind changed, or do they end this in 5?
I think we could still do it, but yeah, I'm a little bit more worried. I didn't expect Blake Snell to let me down like that. Leave the bases loaded, and
Yeah.
He left it up to Emmett Sheen, and then first thing, second pitch? Yeah, it was bad. I don't even want to think about game 1 right now. That was horrible.
You think it's still going to happen in 5, or has your mind changed?
It's changed my mind by a game. I still think the Dodgers win in 6.
Yeah.
Blue Jays, I think, win 1 more. If they do win, obviously the next 3 are in LA, so they have to win 1 in Dodger Stadium, which can be tough. But if they can even go down 3-1, going back to Toronto for 2, playing in Rogers Stadium is a different animal. That's all they got up there, them and the Raptors. That's it, and hockey. But I don't know, man. I mean, if I do think the Dodgers, they're a freaking super team. They're so good. When you have Glasnow and Ohtani starting game 3 and 4, what are we talking about? That's like an all-star team. So,
yeah, I'm going to go with Toronto. I'm gonna go with Toronto tonight to win tonight, but I agree with Danny. I think this
Whoa.
game. I think the Dodgers close it out in 6. I don't know why, but I just got a feeling with Max tonight. You brought up the dog mentality, not coming out of the game. I feel like this might be his last game that he starts in his career. This could be it. And I have a feeling they're going to win tonight for him. And I don't think they're going to win another game after this one, but I think tonight is going to be a high scoring game. I could see 7-6 Toronto. It's going to go down to the end, and I'm going with Toronto. I mean, I want them to win the World Series. I hate the Dodgers,
Man.
but it is what it is. But I can't deny the greatness.
Dodgers jersey you're wearing.
Nah, this is. I just wanted to do it to mess with you. It's a legend Kobe jersey.
Yeah,
straight from AliExpress, I think.
That looks exactly like a Dodger jersey.
Yeah.
It does. Well, it's for Kobe. It's for Kobe. 824.
I think deep down, personally, K9, I think you're a freaking Dodger fan, to be honest. I don't think you like the Mets. I think you're all Dodgers, baby.
I told him.
Maybe I do, and I'm just not willing to admit it,
Come over to the winning side.
I'm a closet fan. No, I'm not. When they were in Vero Beach, everybody knows they were in Vero, and they left us. Dude, I love the Dodgers. There was no better feeling than going to their spring training stadium, literally 5 minutes from my house, hopping the fence to go watch the game, chilling with Tommy Lasorda, getting a Dodger dog. I loved it. I loved the team. And then when they left us, it was just like, well, F you too then, it was like, then they got really good. They got all these players. They got the greatest player of all time now. He could have been playing 5 minutes from my house. So it hurts. I'm not over it. I don't know if I'll ever be over it.
Yeah, that's tough. I got 2 questions. Well, 1 comment and 1 question. K9, I love your hat. First of all,
Thank
love
you.
that, dude. I think we need to talk more about that. But second thing, Sipo, do you think Ohtani bet on sports?
Ooh.
Do I think? Ooh.
I'm teeing one up for you because the answer is absolutely. I just wanted to see your point on it.
I don't think he did.
Ooh.
You ever heard of a fall guy, bro? That's what it was, bro. His poor translator's sitting behind bars right now, like to collect probably 10, 15 million when he gets out.
The MLB had to do it.
Be sitting there.
The MLB had to do it. This guy's the greatest player of all time. It doesn't matter if this dude slit somebody's throat with a razor blade. Somebody's 100%. Taking the fall for it.
Yeah,
they're not taking him out of baseball. It ain't happening. And I don't blame baseball for doing it. I would do the same damn thing.
Jordan had a gambling issue too, so that's why he had to retire. So we don't know.
Hey, and I don't mind it. I don't care. Like when Pete Rose bet on himself, let's go. Who cares? I don't care about that. I just don't like when people lose on purpose or fake injuries.
That's what I'm saying. If we bet in the lose, like Pete Rose didn't bet to lose,
Nah.
He betted to win, so I don't know, man. Pete Rose should be forgiven.
Yeah, but I agree. And I think he was, because now he's in the Hall of Fame, but it sucks that after he died,
man,
bro.
After he passed away.
That's terrible. But I will say that Ohtani, I think, started out the postseason 0 for 23.
Yeah.
What? Like,
yeah, I know.
Was he telling all his buddies in Tokyo? Yeah, bro. Nah, hey, bet on me, bro. I'll strike out a couple times. We're gonna win anyway. Who cares?
I know everybody was talking about Ohtani.
Now we're talking about.
Everybody was talking about Ohtani, and now that game performance he had, we talked about it last week. That is the greatest playoff performance of all time.
Easily.
100 pitches, 2 hits, no earned runs, 3 home runs in 1 game. Unbelievable. Greatest performance of all time. 10 Ks. But I said you have to put some respect on Vladdy Jr. The guy's almost hitting 500. He's played double the amount of games because they're not just sweeping everybody. He's hitting almost 300 points better than Ohtani. So Vladdy Jr., man, he's having a historic playoff series too. But the pitching and hitting aspect of it is obviously what's just phenomenal and can't be touched.
And you bring up a good point, not sweeping everybody. I mean, that just proves that the Blue Jays do have a real shot of doing more than what we maybe think they can do, like leading all postseason in average and in on base percentage, and they played more games than anybody else because they're taking games to 7 games. Like that is hard to do. Now, if they had more home runs than everybody else, like yeah, well, they played 4 extra games or 5 extra games, but they're managing to continue to hit and have good average and good on base percentage throughout the postseason, regardless of how many games they play. So I think tonight's game is going to be a lot more interesting than maybe most people think. I think a lot of people I don't even know what the line is. I would guess that it's probably minus 180, minus maybe 200, in favor of the Dodgers. They're probably favored by a run and a half or 2.5 runs maybe, but
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a lot closer than what people think.
Yeah, it was minus 200. Now it's down to minus 210 for the Dodgers tonight.
Yeah.
Plus 170 for the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays have fight in them.
No,
They
bro,
were
they're
down
tough.
against Seattle. I know they went back to Toronto for them last 2 games, but it seemed like Seattle had that in the bag, man, and that team did not quit. And that guy Trey, that guy Trey Savage, let's give that guy a shout out. This guy was in single A
real.
I
baseball.
like that guy already.
This guy was in single A to start this season. Single A, guys.
That's
And he's
some
pitching game 1 of the
crazy
World
story.
Series. I call him Trey A. Trey A Savage. Man, I think the Yay is silent. It's just Trey Savage, but I call him Trey A. To go from single A baseball to pitching game 1 of the World Series, that's like something you make a movie out of. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. Very cool.
Yeah, that definitely is going to be a movie.
All right. So we got to give our football picks. We haven't really talked any football, but obviously the World Series is going on right now. So we got to talk a lot more baseball. The football talk is going to heat up for anybody that's watching. Danny, you cool giving some football picks with us?
How about you like football?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. He's a sport guy.
Who's your team, bro?
Oh, man. I'm a Philly guy.
Oh, yeah, you're Philly. I'm a Cowboy guy, baby.
Oh boy.
Man,
yes, sir.
Boy.
This dang Todd's full of Cowboys.
I'm trying to see eye to eye with you on some stuff, bro, but you're a Dodger fan. I'm a Diamondback fan. I'm a Cowboy fan. You're an Eagle fan.
I know.
I'm
making it
trying,
hard.
Bro.
Yes. Hey, it seems a little fishy,
I'm
right?
sorry,
With
bro.
Steve-O's teams. He likes the Eagles. They've won the Super Bowl. He likes the Dodgers. They won the World
next thing
Series.
I know, he's gonna put a freaking OKC jersey on.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Exactly.
No.
I'm just kidding.
That's Pete over there.
My teams all suck, dude. I'm a Bears fan. They're terrible. Mets, they
just don't know how to pick them, man.
Oh man. I don't go off of how good they are. I just go with my heart, man. They break my heart, but I'm just a loyal guy. You know what I'm saying? So
hey, Bears are better than I thought they'd be. I'll give you that.
I know, but they lost to freaking Snoop Huntley, dude. Come on, man. I love Snoop Huntley, but
and the worst defense in the league.
Let's get into our game picks. I don't even want to. I was planning on not bringing that up. Shout out my Canes, though. At least they won. We got a comment on YouTube. Go Bears from Nicole. Nicole, go Bears. I'm trying to show it. Where's it at? There it is. Thank you, Nicole. At least someone has my back. I miss you, Nicole. Thank you for coming back. Danny, if you don't know her, but Nicole's our biggest fan. We love her. She's our favorite fan that watches the show.
That's
I can't
awesome.
sleep at night unless she comments on Monday night. So now I'll be able to sleep like a baby tonight.
There you go.
That's great.
All right. Tonight we got Washington at Kansas City. Kansas City's favored by 10.5 points. Obviously, no Jaden Daniels. What do you guys think?
I think Kansas City's going to cover the 10. Give me Kansas
I agree.
City.
I do too. Mariota looked really bad last week when he came in for Jaden Daniels. Kansas City looks phenomenal. I think Kansas City's back. Nicole, she says, shut up. I'm being honest. No need to. Next game, we have Baltimore at Miami. Miami got a win, guys. Shout out Fins. Miami's getting 7.5 at home against Baltimore on Thursday night. Lamar Jackson is supposedly coming back for this game. What you guys think?
I got Baltimore if Lamar's playing.
Yeah.
I got Baltimore if Lamar's not playing.
Oh, damn.
I think Miami's just struggling, man. Tua, I don't know what's going on with him, but
Then beating
yeah,
the Falcons didn't surprise you?
Tua looked good
definitely,
against the Falcons. He did.
definitely surprised me for sure. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm going Baltimore as well. I don't even think I care if Lamar plays either. Next game we got Sunday. We got San Francisco at New York to play the Giants. The Giants are getting 2.5. As we all know, Scattaboo, our boy,
Mhm.
the man, the myth, the
That
legend,
sucked.
broke his leg. Hey, at least Big Dom brought him some cheesesteaks to the hospital, where it is. So he
That's
got
our
some
guy.
cheesesteaks at the hospital. But Scattaboo, my favorite player in the league, man, that sucked to see. But Giants are getting 2.5 at home against San Francisco. What do you guys think?
Give me San Francisco.
Yeah.
Yeah, San Francisco.
I'm going to go San Francisco as well. I think that team is – Scattaboo is a big part of that team, man.
Oh, yeah. You seen
Yeah.
the juice leave the team.
I know.
Yeah, and I think people sleep on Mac Jones too, because I don't know if when Brock Purdy's coming back, or I don't know, have the info on that, but Mac Jones could be a starter on a lot of different teams in this league.
Yeah,
So
he has been playing good. San Francisco didn't play good this past week against Houston. They got blown out by Houston, which was a surprise to me, but I think they have a bounce back game.
Hell yeah.
Next game we got Minnesota at Detroit. Detroit is favored by 9. The Vikings are getting 9 points.
Yeah, I don't see Detroit losing. I think they'll cover the 9.
I do
yeah,
too.
I agree. I think they'll cover the 9. I like Minnesota, and I think they've got a lot of really good tools. But it's Detroit was my pick to go to the Super Bowl this year, so I think they're just the best well-rounded team.
Okay.
Detroit is a good pick to win the Super Bowl, though.
Yeah.
We got a comment on YouTube from Nicole. I'm hoping for the Vikings.
As a Bears fan?
Yeah, because that helps us in the division. Nicole, I agree with you. If you are a Bears fan, you are rooting for the Vikings in this game, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Oh, okay. I see what you.
But yeah, for the division standings, it would help the Bears. But
Yeah.
I don't have too much faith in the Bears, anyways. Unfortunately. Next game we have Denver traveling to Houston to play the Texans. It's a pick 'em.
Denver traveling to Houston. Give me Denver. I think they're the best team probably in the league right now.
Woo.
Yeah, Denver looks scary good.
I know.
I'm going to go Denver as well, especially I think this point spread has a lot to do with Houston blowing out San Francisco. I need to see that on a more consistent basis. I know Houston has a good defense, but their offense, all the other games this year, they're like the worst offense in the league.
Yeah.
I'm going Denver. I think Denver as a pick 'em might be the lock of the week.
Yeah, agreed.
We've agreed on like every game so far, guys. We might have to make this a big parlay. Next game, we have Carolina traveling to Green Bay. Green Bay is favored by 12.5.
Well, give me Carolina in the points.
Oh, gosh. They just got blown out bad by Buffalo. Andy Dalton looked terrible. I'm going Green Bay as much as it hurts me to say it.
Yeah, how long's Bryce Young out?
I'm honestly not sure, but
yeah,
I don't think it
I
really
think that
matters.
does make a difference, but you don't think
it
so?
It makes a big difference.
I don't know, man. Green Bay looks really good right now. I was expecting them to lose last night to Pittsburgh, and they were down in the way they rallied back. And Tucker Kraft is a dog. I mean, they got Christian Watson back. Parsons has been playing great. Carolina looks really bad. I would take Green Bay if I had to.
Yeah, I'd take Green Bay too.
Nicole's taking Carolina. Wow.
Yeah,
She's just a Bears fan. That's the Bears fan coming out of you, Nicole. Trust me. I thought about it as well. As a Bears fan, I wanted to as well. All right, now here's a team that's the hottest team in the league to me. We got the Indianapolis Colts traveling to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's getting 3 at home. Indiana Jones, the Colts, Jonathan Taylor.
They're going to win again. Give me the Colts.
Wow.
I think the Colts are going to cool off. I do think Daniel Jones is better than what people said when he got released by the Giants and went and backed up whoever he's backing up in Minnesota. But I think he's better than people think. But I don't think the Colts are a 6-1 quality team. Taylor's been running all over the field, but Pittsburgh's defense I like, and the fact that it's in Pittsburgh, I'm gonna take Pittsburgh.
Okay.
I want to take Pittsburgh too, but man, the Colts have just been like the best team in the NFL to me. It's hard to pick against them. Jonathan Taylor's in MVP talks. He's projected more yards than what Saquon Barkley did last year. As crazy as that is, he's on
wild.
His pace is he's projected like 2,200 yards. I mean,
jeez.
And I mean, their receivers, Tyler Warren's a dog. Their offensive line's playing great. Their defense is playing great. Pittsburgh let me down last week. They brought my account balance back to 0 on Hard Rock. I don't think I can pick them now. I'm going to go with the Colts, man, until they prove me wrong. Danny, I've been like you every week. I'm like, the Colts are going to lose this week. The Colts are going to lose this week. They're going to come back to reality.
They have not been losing.
They haven't.
And they just keep winning. Yeah.
And they just keep winning. I'm done doubting them.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me. I doubted Danny Dimes for 4 weeks. I said, man, they're serious.
Nicole says Pittsburgh. Oh boy, the next game. We got Chicago traveling to Cincinnati. Cincinnati's getting 2.5 at home against the Bears. Oh gosh.
This might be the toughest one so far, to be honest with you.
I think
because you don't know what Cincinnati is. Like, you don't, like, Flacco's doing enough, but it's like you don't know what the Bears are. Like, they're winning some games, and I feel bad for Caleb Williams sometimes, even though no offense, I'm not a Caleb Williams fan, but he's a lot more talented, I think, than I gave him credit for. But even when they're winning, you got all the analysts saying like, "Oh, they're winning," and Caleb Williams is still playing like crap. And I'm like, but they're winning some games, and they have been relying a lot on their running game. Man, I'm taking the Bears in this.
Ooh.
I might say I'm taking the Bears.
Bear down, baby. Bear down, baby. I love what I'm hearing. Honestly, if Cincinnati didn't lose to the winless Jets, and the Jets had nobody, no Garrett Wilson, no, who else was out? Josh Reynolds, Sauce Gardner. I mean, they beat Cincinnati. Cincinnati's defense is terrible. I mean, Caleb Williams, when he first came to the league, I thought this guy was going to be the next John Elway. I thought he might be the next Mahomes.
Dang.
He's obviously proved me wrong on that.
Listen, when I saw him,
terrible.
When I saw him crying in his mom's lap when he was at USC, I wrote him off. I said, "That's not a winner."
Yeah, the painted
and the guy
fingernails did it for
paints
me.
his nail.
Yeah.
That did it for me.
I mean, there's a lot of things that have turned me off of Caleb Williams. I tried to look past all of that. I think a lot of it was I was trying to honestly hype up the Bears, hype up the pick, and no matter who the Bears really picked at one, I was going to hype him up and say he was going to be the greatest of all time. That's what Bears fans do. We're similar to Cowboys fans. It doesn't really matter what's going on. Yeah, delusional. I mean, let's be real. I think we are. And that's how I am. I think we try to speak things
Super
into
Bowl
existence.
every year.
We've been heartbroken so many times. We could have drafted, Bryce Young. We could have drafted a lot of guys that are I think a lot worse than Caleb Williams. We could have took Bryce Young the year before. I don't even remember who else we could have taken that's been really bad, but there's a lot of other guys we could have taken that Caleb Williams is better than. I'm just hoping for the best. I hope the fingernail polish gives them some good luck. I'm going Bears minus 2.5 on this one too. Next game, we got Atlanta at New England. New England is favored by 5. New England all day.
New England
looked real good this last week. I mean, Drake May looked nasty, bro.
I try to tell Pete that they're going to win the division this year over Josh Allen and the Bills.
Now that's a stretch, but yes, I think they're better than I thought they were going to be for sure.
They already got one game on the Bills. They beat the Bills.
Yeah, actually, Sipo predicted and projected that the Patriots would win that division, and I called him crazy, and I thought he was smoking dope. But
bro,
hey, they beat Buffalo, and They have a
They
chance of
did.
winning that division. Sipo, you might be onto something, bro.
Dude, if you would have put money on that at the beginning of the year, you'd be a rich man at the end of the year.
Yeah.
I almost got the Vikings last year winning the North.
Yeah, he
Came
did.
down to the last game.
Sipo does have some good sneaky picks. He doesn't gamble, though. He's not like Chauncey
don't
Billups.
gamble.
He don't gamble.
Yeah.
Chauncey.
I work too hard for my money.
Danny, can you see the comments on the screen?
Before the live ends, please tell your guest, Danny, know that the first sport I fell in love with was baseball. Oh, sweet. Heck yeah, dude.
Nicole,
You gotta be a little
fan.
different to be. You gotta be a little different to be a big baseball fan. Baseball's like golf or soccer. Like unless you're all in, like you're just like whatever about it. But man, once you're in it, I watch it every day. People are like they play 162 games a year. I'm like, yeah, and I watch them all, bro. I love it. Like I don't know why I'm like that. So
You watch all the
Shout out to
Diamondback games.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Damn.
All right, next game we got the Chargers traveling to Nashville to play the Titans. Titans are getting 10 points. I know. I'm taking the Chargers.
Yeah, I'll take Chargers by more than 10.
Give me the Titans with 10 points.
Oh man,
Oh,
Cam
my
Ward?
man.
We gotta come on. There's gotta
Titans
be
look
some
Ward.
sneaky bet in there.
Cam
Titans
Ward's got a
are so
couple
bad.
starts under his belt, dude. I don't know.
Yeah.
He might go off.
Tajay Spears looked pretty good. I'll give him that. That's about it. Next game we got the Nolans Saints traveling to LA to play the Rams. Rams are favored by 13.5.
Oh my god. The Saints don't even know who their starting quarterback is this week. So
Yeah, give
I'm
me
taking the Rams by more than 13. Yeah.
You're right.
I'm going Rams as well. Next game we got Jacksonville traveling to Vegas to play the Raiders. The Raiders are getting 3 at home.
Give me Jacksonville.
I'm going Jacksonville
Ra-
too, off the bye week. Hopefully Brian Thomas Jr. is back. They had that really bad loss in London against the Rams. I think this is a good bounce back game for them.
The Raiders need to bring back John Gruden, is what they need to do. And then they need to find a starting quarterback. But yeah, I'll take Jacksonville too.
All right, and then I think it's Sunday night. We got Arizona traveling to Dallas to play your Cowboys. The Cowboys are favored by 2.5.
Cowboys by 40.
Woo!
That's
Painful to say, but I'll take the Cowboys over the Cardinals.
I'll take
How
Cowboys,
about them boys? I'm going with the Cowboys too. All right,
He's
guys.
a Cowboys fan now.
I might as well be, right? I'm a Dodgers fan, ain't I?
Come on.
All right. Danny,
bro.
thank you for appearing on the podcast and being our special celebrity guest. You were the first one on this podcast as well as the Kennel. So thank you again for doing that.
Nice
No,
to meet
thanks
you.
for having me.
As always.
Nice to meet you too, brother.
And yeah, we went over an hour today, but it's all good. It was a special podcast. Hopefully you come back, Danny. Sipo, you better come back. I need you. You're my co-host.
I'll be back next week.
All right, let's go watch this game, guys. I think it might have started.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
Ow, ow, ow.
I'm the only white face in this area. You don't belong here. Stop, I'll shoot you in the back.
Unfortunately, I got a little nervous tonight because Coppville was in the building, so I'm trying to compose myself.